If this concept is clear, then now let's move on to the next topic, which is the reciprocal trigonometric ratios. So there are a total of 6 trigonometric ratios, which are sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, and cotangent. The short forms are, I'll write it down. The first one is sine, which we usually write as just sine. The next one is cosine, which is cos. Is tangent, which will be tan. The next one is cotangent, which will be cot. The next one is cosecant, which will be this. It's not going to be cos. And then the last one is secant, which is SEC. Sine and cosine are ratios. Tangent and cotangent are co-ratios. And secant and cosecant are co-ratios. But co-ratios and reciprocal trigonometric ratios are two different things. The reciprocal of sine would be cosecant. The reciprocal of cos would be secant. And that of tan would be cot. It just means that cosecant would be 1 by sine theta, secant would be 1 by cos theta, and cot would be 1 by tan theta. Okay, so now that we've gotten this, let's look at trigonometric identities. These are the trigonometric identities, along with cos squared theta plus sine squared theta equals to 1. So we know this one because of the unit circle. I'll show you the slide. So because of this, we know that this is indeed true. This is because the point on a circle, the circumference with respect to the origin would be P. The point P would be cos theta, comma sine theta. And if you apply the Pythagoras theorem, you'll get x squared plus y squared equals to 1 squared. And you could derive that cos squared theta plus sine squared theta is 1. Let's prove the trigonometric ratios using one of them. We have this. I'll just erase this 1 second. We have sine squared theta plus cos squared theta equals to 1. Now let's divide this equation by sine squared theta. This would be divided by sine squared theta by sine squared theta by sine squared theta. This would be 1. This would be cot. No, actually, wait, you guys don't know this yet, but 1 second. Okay, we know that tan theta is sine theta by cos theta, right? So what would this be? It's going to be 1 by tan theta, and what is 1 by tan theta? Cot theta. Hence, this would be 1 plus cot squared theta equals to what is 1 by sine theta? Cosecant squared theta. Secant squared theta. Hence, we derive this identity. Similar manner, Let's prove the third identity. Okay. We have sine squared theta plus cos squared theta equals to 1. But now let's divide this whole equation by cos squared theta. We can write this as sine theta by cos theta whole squared plus 1, because cos squared theta divided by cos squared theta is 1. And we have 1 plus cos theta whole squared. So we know that sine by cos is tan. So it's going to be tan squared theta plus 1 equals to what's 1 by cos theta? Secant theta. So this is going to be secant squared theta. So this is how we derive the identity. So we derived this one too. So these three are really important to know. So the first one, I write all of the three here. The first one is sine squared theta plus cos squared theta equals to 1. 2, tan squared theta plus 1 equals to secant squared theta. 3, 1 plus cot squared theta is cosecant squared theta. Don't panic if you don't remember these. One, you can derive it using the first equation. It's pretty simple to remember. But if you don't remember that too, you'll have the formula sheet. In that, you'll be given all of these identities, so you don't really have to panic or worry about it. But it's going to be easier for you to remember these. It's not that complicated. It will be really helpful if you remember them. Okay, now that I've spoken about the formula sheet, I would actually like to show you that. So if you open any paper, any past paper, you will, on the second and third page, you will have, actually on the second page, you'll have this formula sheet. You're gonna get a more detailed one in AS level and A level maths. It's gonna be about like 16, 17 pages long, covering stats 1, stats 2, mechanics, pure maths 1, pure maths 2, and further maths. So first, let's just look at this. In this, we've been given the quadratic equation. We know that it's, we have already learned this. It's minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. It's pretty simple. If you forget, it's just look at the formula sheet. Then we have the binomial theorem, which we're going to learn soon. And we have the arithmetic series, the geometric series. These three we're going to learn soon. We're going to learn it in the next chapter or like the one after that. And then this is all algebra. And then we have trigonometry. This is what we're learning right now. So as I told you, we'll be given the identities. The first one, second one, third one. We already know this. It's better if you remember them. If not, then we totally have this. And then we'll have the formula for the area of the triangle, for like triangles, not area, just based on triangles. So we have the first one, the second one is called as the cosine rule. This is the sine rule, and this is just a rule. Okay, that's it. You'll be given like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You'll be given 14 formulas, and make this useful, use it to your advantage. And yeah. Now let's do some questions regarding the reciprocal trigonometric ratios and the trigonometric identities. Okay, so first let's read the question. So without using a calculator, find cosecant x, secant x, and cot x. Okay, I made a mistake here, not cos, it's going to be cot. Okay, so first we know that cosecant x is 1 by sine x. So cosecant x will be the reciprocal of this, which is 5 by 3. And then we'll move on to secant x. Okay, so first let's use the trigonometric identity. Sine squared x plus cos squared x equals to 1. So therefore, 3 by 5 whole squared plus, let's keep this as x squared equals to 1. And x squared would be 1 minus 9 minus 25. This is 16 by 25. Therefore, x is 4 by 5. Therefore, cos x is 4 by 5. Therefore, secant x would be 5 by 4. And now we have to find cot x. We know that sin x is this and cos x is this. Therefore, cot x would be cos x, which is 4 by 5, divided by 3 by 5. To 5 by 3, it's going to be 4 by 3. So our answers are 5 by 3, 5 by 4, and 4 by 3. So let's see the answer. So this would be 5 by 3, 5 by 4, and 4 by 3. So if you have understood the process, then go ahead and solve part B, and then once you're done, I'll reveal the answers. It's not too complex, it's very similar to this. And let's see. Take a few minutes to solve it. And once you're done, unpause the video. So now I'm going to reveal the answer. If you have any doubts, do let me know and I will try to answer it. So let me know in the comment section if you have any doubts. Else I'm gonna move on. Let's do the next question. Question number 2. So let me read the question. Find the other 5 trigonometric ratios if cos theta is 3 by 4, and this is extremely important, it lies in the third quadrant. Yeah, it lies in the third quadrant. Fourth quadrant, I mean. And this is going to be extremely important because we know that only cos is going to be positive. Cos and secant are going to be positive in that quadrant. Okay, so now let's solve it. We have this, so sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is 1, right? And let's take this as x. So it's going to be x squared plus 9 by 16, which is 1. So x squared would be 7 divided by 16, I think. Let me just cross verify. Yeah. So x would be negative root 7 by 4. We're taking negative because it's in the fourth quadrant, and in the fourth quadrant sign is negative. So it's going to be negative root 7 by 4. And after we found this, we can easily find tan. We know that tan theta in this case would be sine by cos. So sine would be negative root 7 by 4 and cos is 3 by 4. These two get cancelled and we're left with negative root 7 by 3. This was pretty simple. And now it's just taking the reciprocal of the things that we have already found. So cosecant x, which is the reciprocal of sine x, I mean, cosecant theta, would be negative 4 by root 7. Secant theta would be the reciprocal of cos theta, which is 4 by 3. And then cot theta would be the reciprocal of tan theta, which would be 3 minus 3 by root 7. So these are the answers. This, not that, 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 and that. Let's see. Yes, we got this, we got this, we got this. Yes, the answers are correct. With this, we're done with this chapter. I hope that this video is helpful. Keep practicing past papers and keep practicing all the questions that you can find online. You can solve the textbook questions, and yeah, just keep practicing and make sure you have the concepts right, and then go ahead and solve the questions. If you found this helpful, do like and subscribe, share it with your friends, and thank you.